Welcome to the new session of Page Turners. Here I am going to discuss you about different literary ages and the history of English language. In the screen, there are some of the literary ages given. Let us go through it. Anglo-Saxon age, Anglo-Norman age, age of Chaucer, age of revival, Elizabethan age, Jacobean age, Caroline age, Civil War and Commonwealth, Enlightenment age, Romantic age, Victorian age, Modern age, and Postmodern age. So, let us go through each period briefly, and the detailed video will be given later. So, the first one is Old English period. It is from 450 to 1066 AD. It is also called Anglo-Saxon period. Old English was a mixture of native Brythonic language and tribal Germanic language. Anglo-Saxons used alliteration and kennings in their poetry. Heroic poetry is Beowulf, lyric poetry example Wanderer, Seafarer, the Christian poetry example The Dream of the Road. These are some of the poetic works in Old English period, and its authors or the poets are anonymous writers. Beowulf is very much important work. Popular poets are Cadman, Cynewulf, and Saint Augustine converted England to a Christian nation in 597 AD. King Alfred the Great started the Anglo-Saxon Chronicles. This is all brief. It is a brief note about Old English period. And next we can go to the Middle English period. Anglo-French period, also called Anglo-French period. Anglo-Norman period started with the Norman conquest in 1066 AD. The upper class people spoke French while the ordinary people spoke Old English. The Oxford University was established during 12th century. The Cambridge University was established in 13th century. Some of the popular poets are Geoffrey of Monmouth, Weiss, Layman, Pearl Poet. Some of the popular works are Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, Owl and the Nightingale. Within the Middle English period, we have the age of Chaucer from 1340 AD to 1400 AD. It is the opening moment of English literature. Geoffrey Chaucer lived under the rule of three kings. They are Edward III, Richard II, and Henry IV. This is a brief note, and listen that these notes are very much important for NET exam. These are the usually asking questions. So in that way I prepared the note. And the next one is, now we are discussing of the age of Chaucer. So let us continue that. The notable events during this periods are 100 Years' War from 1337 to 1453. It is the 100 years of war fought between England and France. The Black Death. It is 1348. It is the bubonic plague caused by the bacteria. Peasant Rebellion, 1381. The important works of Chaucer are the Canterbury Tales, the Book of Duchess, House of Fame, Parliament of Fowls, Troilus and Cressida, Legend of Good Woman. In that, the Canterbury Tales have very important. The contemporaries of Chaucer are William Langland and John Gower. Important prose work of Chaucer's age was Wycliffe's Bible. John Wycliffe translated the Latin Bible into vernacular English so that common man can also read and understand what is written in Bible, because they are already exploited by the church and royal people. Next one is the Age of Revival. It is from 1400 AD to 1558. It is after the age of Chaucer. Arrival of printing press. The important features of this period are arrival of printing press, reformation by Martin Luther, who is a Protestant, who talked about the ill practices of Catholic Church. We know that there were two political parties, Protestants and Protestants and church people. Among them, Martin Luther was a Protestant. He talked about the ill practices of Catholic Church. The followers of Luther is called Protestants. They worked for the goodness of the common man. The War of Roses fought between two English royal parties. They are the House of York and the House of Lancaster. After the War of Roses ended, two things happened. First one, Tudor dynasty started. Second one, Henry VII was the first Tudor king. Next, his successor was Henry VIII, who married 6 times for a son. His first wife was Catherine of Aragon, gave birth to daughter Mary. His second wife was Anne Boleyn, gave birth to Elizabeth. Popular authors of this age was Erasmus, Thomas More, William Tyndale, Thomas Malory. Then let us go to the next age. It is Elizabethan age. It is from 1558 to 1603. It is also called the Golden Age of England. The timeline was the reign of Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth was a Protestant. She came to throne after the violent reign of her half-sister Queen Mary, who was a Catholic. We just mentioned about the Henry VIII, who married 2 wives, and he had 2 daughters, Mary and Elizabeth. They are this Queen Mary and Queen Elizabeth. Queen Mary, who was a Catholic. Queen Elizabeth restored the peace and harmony in England. Both Protestants and Catholics started living in peace. Renaissance humanism was one of the most important characteristics of this period. Dramas were flourished. So here we can discuss about the important playwright. Who is that? It is of course William Shakespeare, who flourished the field of play and playwriting. He brought new characters, new type of writing, new concepts, comedy, tragic comedy, tragedies, like that. These all flourished the drama in that time, and Queen Elizabeth was the queen ruler of England at that time, and she was very much fond of these dramas, and she was the great fan of Shakespeare itself. So she and her kingdom give a lot of support to Shakespeare and his friends. The next one is Francis Bacon was the founder of the scientific movement. He was an important essayist of Elizabethan age. Then other poets are Edmund Spenser, Philip Sidney, and also many other poets also. And important dramatists were, of course, William Shakespeare. Then we have to discuss about university wits. I'm just only mentioning about Christopher Marlowe and Thomas Kidd here. There are others also that will be done in a detailed video. University wits, I will do the another video for university wits. Okay, and let us go to next age. It is Jacobean age. It is from 1603 to 1625. The timeline is the reign of King James I. King James I was earlier the King of Scotland, so he was the first Stuart king. Tudor dynasty came to an end by the reign of Queen Elizabeth. Very important event happened in Jacobean age is the gunpowder treason, which was a conspiracy by a small group of Catholics to murder King James I and to restore Catholic Church. Guy Fawkes was the main conspirator who was later arrested by the king's men. This all about Jacobean age. Then let us go to Caroline age. The age started from 1625 to 1640. The son of King James I, King Charles I became the next ruler. So it was the reign of King Charles I. King Charles I took several decisions that made people throw him out of England and even led to the Civil War. Important poets of that time was metaphysical poets, that is John Donne, Andrew Marvell, George Herbert, etc. Important dramatists were Ben Jonson, George Chapman, John Webster, Fletcher, Thomas Middleton, etc. Civil War and the Commonwealth period was a part of Caroline age. Actually, the timeline was 1640 to 1660. Civil War took place between King Charles I and the Parliament of England. Oliver Cromwell, a Puritan, leads the Parliament, and the opposition was the power of King, who is that King Charles I. In 1649, Cromwell executed King Charles I, after which Cromwell became the Lord Protector of England. He was highly orthodox and a highly believer of God. He thought that he wanted the theatres to be banned and people should go back to religion. It was his point of view. As a result, theatres were banned. Important writers were John Milton, John Bunyan, etc. If we look to the work of John Milton, The Paradise Lost, it is very much about the God, the Satan. It is a religious work. And the next one is Restoration period. Restoration period timeline is 1660 to 1700. King Charles II, who was the son of King Charles I, was restored to the throne of England in 1660. That is, after the death of Charles I, we know that Oliver Cromwell became the protector or Lord of England. At that time, King Charles II, who was the son of Charles I, was sent to France because the royal people were feared of the murder or feared of killing Charles II. So they sent him to France for better education and for better living. We know that France is a fashionable life. France has a fashionable life There, Charles too had a different concept. He was away from religion and very much fond of the fashionable life. So, when he returned back, the band theatres were also lifted. The next age was the age of Dryden. Mm. Two political parties were there in this time. They were Whigs and Tories, the Protestants and the royal people. Important writers of this age was John Dryden, William Congreve, John Vanbrugh, Ephra Benn, Thomas Schreiber. Macflechno was an important work of John Dryden, which is highly a political work. We can understand that it is the um, political work against the work of Shadwell, Thomas Shadwell, who was a contemporary of Dryden. And the next was Enlightenment Age. Enlightenment Age. It is from 1700 to 1798. It is also called the Age of Reason, the Age of Sensibility, Neoclassical Age, or Augustan Age. This is the age of prose and reason. Scientific revolution during this period with scientists like Newton and Galileo. Coffee houses were started, which led to the publications of magazines. Dictionary of English Language was published by Samuel Johnson. The writers commonly wrote the satires. Important writers of this era was Alexander Pope, Jonathan Swift, Richard Steele, Joseph Edison, Daniel Defoe, Henry Fielding, and Samuel Richardson. Now let us go to the Romantic Age. It is from 1798 to 1837. The Industrial Revolution started during this age. Due to the harmful effect of Industrial Revolution, such as pollution, materialization, dehumanization of labors, writers started looking towards the nature. There is an idealization of rural life. The feelings and emotions become extremely important. Lyrical Ballad, a collection of poems by William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge together, was published in 1798. It marks the beginning of Romantic Age. Writers wrote in simple languages so that ordinary people can also easily understand. Romantic poets include William Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge, Lord Byron, P.B. Shelley, John Keats, William Blake, Horace Walpole, and Walter Scott. In this, Horace Walpole and Walter Scott, Jane Austen, they are Richard Sheridan, they are important novelists. I just mentioned about William Blake. He is not exactly in Romantic Age, he is in the pre-Romantic Age. But usually his poems or works have the exact characteristics of the works in Romantic period. So we just consider him in Romantic poetry, even though he is in pre-Romantic period. The next one is Victorian Age. It is from 1837 to 1901. It was the reign of Queen Victoria. It is also called the next golden age of Britain after the Elizabethan age. An industrial revolution flourished there and this made deterioration in the working conditions of poor people. This is the reason in Victorian age there was a British working class movement. Writers like Charles Dickens and Elizabeth Gaskell started talking about the social conditions of England through their novels. So they faced highly criticism. Their works faced criticism because they are just portraying the condition of England at that time. Charles Darwin published The Origin of Species in this age, which completely changed the way at God and religion. So there was a clash between faith and science, faith in religion and science. Important poets of that time was Alfred Tennyson, Matthew Arnold, Robert Browning, Gerald Manley Hopkins, D.G. Rossetti. Important novelists are Charles Dickens, Elizabeth Gaskell, George Eliot, the Bronte sisters, that is Charlotte Bronte, Emily Bronte, Anne Bronte, Thomas Hardy, Oscar Wilde, etc. In Alfred Tennyson's and Matthew Arnold, we see Matthew Arnold's Dover Beach poem. In Dover Beach poem, he is it was a poem with his wife, and it was a honeymoon. The background was a honeymoon. Through that poem, he is mentioning about the retreating of religion and faith of people away from them. It is a beautiful poem. And the next one is Modern Age. It is from 1901 to 1945. Society became fragmented in modern age. World War I took place between 1914 to 1918. People saw massive destruction in First World War. There was Great Depression occurred when the stock market crashed and it affected the global economy. Modern writers like T.S. Eliot saw a decline in civilization and degradation in humanity. Modern writers became interested in the functioning of mind after Sigmund Freud published The Interpretation of Dreams in 1900. This led to the stream of consciousness in novels. Stream of consciousness is a narrative device, narrative technique. There was non-linearity in plots. Symbolism was used by many writers. Some of the modern writers are T.S. Eliot, W.B. Yeats, James Joyce, Virginia Woolf, Joseph Conrad, George Orwell, D.H. Lawrence, E.M. Forster, and G.B. Shaw. Here I just mentioned about the Bloomsbury Group. Virginia Woolf was the founder of Bloomsbury Group, and I will do a detailed video of this group also, so you can understand more. The next one is postmodernism. It has begun in 1945 and till the present. It was started after the Second World War in 1945. Britain lost its power and America became a superpower with great economy. Everything was fragmented and dishonored. Writers started celebrating the disorientation and absurdity. Instead of finding logic and rationality, it defined by an attitude of irony and skepticism. Important features of this period are theatre of absurd, angry young man theatre, confessional poetry. These three features made this era popular. Some of the postmodern writers are Samuel Beckett, Harold Pinter, Tom Stoppard, John Osborne, Philip Larkin, Ted Hughes, Agatha Christie, Somerset Maugham, Doris Lessing, and Angela Carter. I hope you understand this video. This is just a brief note. Let me give you a detailed note on another video. Just wait for that. If you like this video, please like and share to your friends. And also don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you, and let us be with another video. Thank you.